Hello, and welcome back to Follow. It's the 20th of May, 2023, and we are headed up County Road 2, northeast of Silverton, Colorado, to here, which is the top of Cinnamon Pass. Today we are headed back out with John and Deb to check out the remaining snow levels in this particular region of the San Juan Mountains. County Road 2 is maintained throughout the winter months as far as Eureka, Colorado. This portion we are on now is closed to motorized vehicles while there is snow, but is typically one of the first roads plowed open each spring as it is part of the well-known Alpine Loop. This past winter saw basically normal amounts of snowfall. In the winter of 2018-2019, however, these mountains were absolutely inundated with snow. We weren't doing YouTube at that time, but I've included these pictures from back then at the same spot along the road for reference. I have footage of another section further up the road, which I show and talk about later in the video. What was unique about that winter, besides the abnormally high amounts of snow, was how the snow fell. The winter started out with normal amounts of snow. Then an extended period of little to no snow occurred, causing what was already on the ground to build up an icy crust. Later, the snow really hit, with certain areas receiving over 3 feet of snow per storm. In March of 2019, a short period of heavy precipitation overloaded the snowpack and caused an unusual avalanche cycle. Now, avalanches are nothing uncommon during the winter, but that year, more ran than usual and with increased violent force. Massive amounts of debris were brought down the mountainsides with the snow in the form of timber, rocks, and brush, leaving many areas to look like a devastated war zone. The Colorado Department of Transportation, CDOT, struggled to even keep the paved highways over the mountain passes open that year. These pictures from the spring of 2019, again in the same spot on the road, show the west side of the Grouse Gulch Slide, which was as far as maintenance crews could plow that year due to the amount of snow and debris.
This is familiar.
Yep. This section of road is the portion of the Grouse Gulch Avalanche, which in 2019 had the road completely impassable for the majority of the summer. This caused major traffic flow issues, as the only way to access Animas Forks, or this side of Cinnamon Pass, was to go up and over Hurricane Pass and California Gulch, or to utilize the far north end of the Alpine Loop, coming in via Mineral Creek. Either route added additional time, miles, and difficulty to these normally easy-to-reach destinations just outside of the town of Silverton. This is the footage I referred to earlier, filmed as we traveled from north to south. The video was taken on August 11th, 2019, a very short time after maintenance crews were finally able to break through the slide. It had been rumored this section might not get cleared at all that year due to the tremendous amount of snow and how tightly it was packed with debris. We were surprised ourselves to find it accessible. We have since heard whisperings dynamite may have ultimately been used. I have never been able to confirm these claims, but the way the timbers looked as we drove through the section on this day and over the next several years, I would not be surprised. From where the video clip starts to right here is approximately a quarter mile, which helps to understand why it was so difficult to clear this section of road. Our planned lunch stop for the day was the historic town site of Animas Forks. I brought homemade queso to warm up in the crock pot for nachos, and John cooked meat on his griddle. We call these our fancy lunches, and on this cold spring day, it felt good to get something warm in our bellies while on the trail. Afterwards, I took a moment to relax and rest my eyes before continuing. Animas Forks was established in 1875 and served as a hub for hard rock, silver, and gold mining in and around the immediate area. Its name derives from its strategic location at the confluence of the east and west forks of the Animas River. Located at 11,120 feet above sea level, this is where the main river is formed and begins its 126-mile journey south to join the San Juan River in Farmington, New Mexico. The town's population peaked at around 450 in its heyday, but saw its ultimate demise in the early 1900s due to several fires and an economic downturn. At one point, the town had 30 cabins, a hotel, general store, saloon, post office, and even its own newspaper. Today, many of the buildings still exist, even after the fires, thanks to historical preservation efforts. At such a high elevation, Animas Forks is known as one of the highest mining camps in North America. This is a major intersection, and where Cinnamon Pass begins from the west. Continuing straight would take you to Engineer Pass, but a hard right here onto County Road 5 is the way we needed to go. We really had not planned on going much further than Animas Forks, as we were uncertain about the conditions. However, as we were enjoying our lunch, we noticed a vehicle coming down off the pass, so we decided to see how far we could go before being stopped by snow.
Garrett, I know what's in your hand. Put it down. Just put it down.
Give up! Give up! Just drive faster. Nope, that's gonna fall. That's gonna fall on me.
Got that on video.
Oh, that was. You better have got that.
The final push to the summit served as a unique opportunity to traverse the freshly carved track through the various drifts of snow. It was obvious the road had just been opened, as there was still a significant amount of snow on the road surface itself, Plus, we had just passed the heavy equipment utilized for plowing. As we continued to increase in elevation, it seemed odd the drifts were not as deep. This is a great illustration of how hard the wind blows up here, thus not allowing the snow to accumulate as much as it does in lower elevation areas. At last, we had reached the top of Cinnamon Pass at 12,640 feet in elevation. This would be as far as the snow would allow us to go, however, as Hinsdale County had not yet completed clearing their side of the pass. So, after a few quick pictures, we loaded up and started to retrace our route back down the mountain. Coming back down the way we had just come up provided breathtaking sights not seen while traveling in the opposite direction. We feel so blessed to live close enough we can drive up here and take in all of this beautiful scenery with just a quick day trip. I always enjoy this view, looking back down the valley towards Silverton. Even on a cloudy day, the views of our Creator never disappoint. The road from Silverton to the top of Cinnamon Pass is rated as easy, and was approximately 29 miles round trip. Any high clearance all-wheel drive or four-wheel drive vehicle can navigate this route. We do recommend good tires, not only for traction, but the sharp rocks are a constant risk for puncture. From Animas Forks to Silverton, the Animas River descends 1,819 feet in elevation in just 12.3 miles. The steepest portion of this descent is the section between Grouse Gulch and Eureka. We hope you've enjoyed this video and appreciate you following along on another adventure. Please remember to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Thanks for watching.